YouTube where I don't get ads. That's the one. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all good. It says 21 waiting now. I feel like I'm under pressure. So I'm just going to ignore you all. I was here to, continue a rant, and I probably will. I'm not going to be here for ages, though. I will be on Irish Demons channel. I won't necessarily be on it, but I'll be there in the chat. I'll be watching after this. I'm interested to see how that goes. And because that's happening, I probably am not going to say as much as I would like to right now, because I'd like to see the outcome of that, perhaps. I assume that you get what I mean. If there's any issues, by the way, with the video, the audio, let me know. Probably won't be much I can do about it, but let me know anyway. And I've just realised I didn't even have fucking chat turned on. Super professional, don't you forget it. All right, we all deserve a giggle now and then. And, if nothing else, you can give us a giggle sometimes. Oh, you go away, you stupid keyboard. I should have took a fucking timestamp, actually, in Merv's thing, because he's just got away with words. He actually makes me laugh. So, yeah, Chili's in jail. Vegas City Jail. The cops snatched him. Jose de Castro, 911. I have no idea what that means. Is that like his fucking prisoner code or something? Oh, dear. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? I can see you now. I was going to like that then. I must be losing my mind. I was looking at the comments earlier, though. They were quite funny. I bet he damaged a huge ego, so they cried, then arrested him for hurting their feelings, stroke ego. You can just tell that person, I think so, assuming that they're serious, that they really put their 2 brain cells right into that. It's a very, bless them moment. So, huge payout for Chile. Hit the where it hurst. Attached to their pension. Fuck me, man, what is wrong with people? Ugh. Some people should not be allowed on the internet. I'm probably one of them sometimes, but hey. Hello, goddess of truth. How are you? Is there anybody else that ain't got a spanner? Because, gotta do the thing. Oh, Goff might be able to do it. Because I can't be asked at the moment, so. But I'll give you one soon if Goff can't do it. Right, I can't even remember now. So there's that. I find that quite funny. Don't know about you lot. And then there was, Miss Mandy was going to be going live today at like 6 p.m. my time. I've just clicked the wrong fucking thing again. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh my days. I'm losing my marbles. Yeah, but that's gone, so that isn't a thing. Because I was literally just going to look at that and take the piss out of her. But that isn't there. One thing that is kind of doing my head in about it is that why did she be like, hi, well, thanks for understanding my little break. But she never took a break. Like, she said that 3 days ago, but then, oh shit, but then did this, that, and but I didn't even know you'd gone out, I can't read the messages. What's up? Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
I stole it. It's still fucking hot in here.
Well, I can't about it.
Well, you should be able to do something about it. It's your job. I'm only on to about just after 8 or something.
Well, I'll be up when I've watched this film.
You can watch it all right now. If you could always watch them later. Yeah, so what? I will let you know. Love you, bye. Yeah, anyways. So what should we do? Oh, exactly, Bobby. That's what I was thinking. The whole big payout thing is just bollocks, isn't it? That's what somebody said in his comments. But I mean, this is what's kind of mind-boggling. That there's these people out there that they do genuinely believe him, and I bet you shitloads of them haven't got a clue about all the past stuff, all the failed lawsuits and whatnot. Oh shit, yeah, that's what we'll do then. We'll watch Merv anyway because he's trying to. I can't type. Shit. Oh, the keyboard got all stupid. I'm not organised in the slightest. In my defence, I wasn't even supposed to be on today. I was going to go on tomorrow. I still might go on tomorrow. We'll see.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. I thought I'd catch everybody up a little bit on my understanding of everything that's going on currently in all of the court cases that I am following. As far as the Earl David Wharton appeal, once again, the state has asked for an extension. Once again, the court has granted it. The appeal, or the state's opposition to the appeal, is now due on March 7th, so about another month. So that's still in a holding pattern. The next case I'd like to talk about is DeCastro versus Piratini. Actually, it's DeCastro versus Peter, but right now, Piratini, Blue Bacon, is the only person actively opposing the lawsuit.
I might have already spoiled it, Steve, but yeah.
There are two, I believe, motions pending in that case. There is one motion to compel that was brought by Piratini's attorney to compel responses to interrogatories, appearance at deposition, response to production of documents, etc. So on that particular...
Thank you, Mr. Fox. $4.99. Just because you look like you need a drink. I always need a drink, but thank you. I actually really appreciate that. That will go towards the next one. Thank you.
Motion, I would suspect that Piratini is going to prevail as far as the court ordering DeCastro to sit for deposition, to provide the responses to interrogatories, etc. As far as the sanctions, I would expect the court not to grant it, or if they do grant the sanctions, for it to be a small amount, smaller than what was asked for. Why do I say that? Because that is my experience as an attorney, sitting and listening to other people argue their motions and arguing my own motions to compel. The courts are very reluctant to grant monetary sanctions. Now, if DeCastro's behavior was particularly egregious, I don't mean just refusing to answer him or giving spurious answers. I mean like where he started calling Piratini's attorney expletives or something along those lines, threatening violence, things like that, then I can see it more. But it's just a very, the courts just don't issue sanctions often or in large amounts against the first round of motions to compel discovery. If there are going to be multiple rounds, then the court is going to be much more likely to issue sanctions.
Sorry, Mav. Just whilst I remember, I did want to go on to Jim Finch's news site. Was it really cool site? Whatever it's called. Anyway, it is. I do like his stories. They're very good. And this being about Chile at the moment just reminded me of that. So yeah, try and remind me, and I'll try and remember not to read everything in it all, but you know, I had a couple of favourites there.
To and including issue sanctions or terminating sanctions, but issue sanctions and terminating are about as rare as hen's teeth. The other motion in DeCastro versus Peter that is between DeCastro and Piratini is DeCastro's motion to demur, it's not a motion, I guess technically, is DeCastro's demur to Piratini's affirmative defenses. Once again, I think, well, in this particular case, I think DeCastro is going to win again. He didn't exactly do procedurally what he was supposed to do, at least my understanding of the law, but he is a pro per. It is excusable-ish. And the demur is to the exact same affirmative defenses that were originally pled, and the court struck them because they were, there's a demur and a motion to strike, I think. Well, anyway, the court allowed the demur in.
Oh, say thank you to your mum for me, Steve. That's lovely.
But the court allowed Piratini's attorney an opportunity to amend to add the necessary facts. Now, he didn't add necessary facts to...
Oh, did he say? I saw when I was on Discord earlier, I got a notification thing at the top, and it said, I swear it started with from Chile. It wasn't from Chile. I mean, somebody posting something about him or from him or whatever, but I didn't have time to click it. And so I went on his channel. Hi, Sir Little Wolf, how you doing, love? I went on his channel to see if there was any updates there, but I didn't see any.
Most, if not all of them. And some of them don't need facts as far as my consideration, like from what my understanding is. Some of them you don't need exactly to have facts because it is controverted just by the failure to state a claim. Well, that's you don't have any facts to support that. That's just he didn't carry his burden of proof, right?
Cool. We're going there after this, so thanks.
So some don't need facts, but considering the court has already sustained the demur, I don't think that that's going to be so hot for Piratini's attorney. I think that's a loser because the court has already sustained a demur previously on those particular affirmative defenses. So also, Blue Bacon, Piratini, he was so freaking cocky. I love it. So an attorney can be somewhat cocky when saying, go ahead and sue me, because I don't need to pay an attorney to represent me. I am competent to represent myself. Thank you very much. And you're going to say, well, an attorney who represents himself has a fool for a client. Well, if I'm dealing with someone like DeCastro, who's going to come bringing nonsense, bringing nothing, where I have nothing to lose, I could play the discovery game all day. I mean, I don't need to hire an attorney to figure out how to do discovery.
It would have been good, wouldn't it? I mean, because back in the day, can you remember, Merv was one of the people that he big time threatened with suing, that Chile threatened to sue. I mean, he did all that thing where he get Merv an hour or something, or I don't know, a time frame of do this or remove this or whatever, or I'm suing you and I hope you get hit by a bus and this, that, and the other. And obviously, Merv just didn't give a shit and just laughed at him because it was just fucking ridiculous. And obviously, he's never sued Merv. And it would have just been so cool if he had. It really would, because maybe that's purely probably why he didn't sue him, because he's actually a lawyer. Hello, Abba. As mum said, when she has the funds available, she's going to. Oh, thank you.
How to write an answer. It's a bit different. Like if there was a credible lawsuit against me where I actually had something at stake, then I'd get an attorney. But playing fuck around and find out games with DeCastro, who cares, right? But Bacon was so cocky. Sue me, I'm waiting for my lawsuit, DeCastro. I'm waiting for my lawsuit. How are you enjoying spending those attorney fees? How are you enjoying that, Blue Bacon? Is it good? Does it feel good? Does it make you all tingly? Does it make you feel warm and fuzzy inside? Because I guarantee you that attorneys from the LA area, they are pricey. At least in my experience, having dealt with a few of them, they're not inexpensive to retain. There's a
if he did, and I can't imagine why he would. Oh wow, thank you, Guadalupe. That's amazing. 1999 for the wonderful whiskey fund. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hi, Celtic Master Chat. How are you doing? Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. News No Enemy. Shit. Not a brat. There's loads of people here that I've not seen for a while, and I can't individually say hi to you all because I haven't got the phone thing to do it at the moment, so I can't type anything either, but I'm looking at the chat as much as I can, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you. I was going to say, right, and I stand by this, right, and I'm assuming this is what I'd have done. I own nothing. I've got nothing. I am poor as fuck. But, that's life. I've always been poor as fuck. It's what I'm used to. I'm fine. Everything's fine. So if he'd actually tried to sue me, because he's all the way in a very far away different country, and because I have got nothing, I wouldn't have given a shit. I wouldn't have hired a solicitor or attorney or lawyer or whatever you want to call them. I wouldn't have fought out a penny for anything. You'd have been lucky if I even attended anything, like even Zoom call. I might have done it. I might have done that just for the giggles. I cannot take anything that Chile says or does seriously, even when it is serious. But that's because it's not me. So, oh my days, this is the thing that I got from Jim Finch's website as well. That it's still going on and on and on about fucking running for governor in some unnamed state. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, absolutely big evil. Right. My dad, he had two sisters, both younger than him. But the youngest, anyway, she married this bloke who had his own business and they got loads of money and ended up with a fat house and really nice cars and all this, that, and the other, and just loads of money and well off, but just constantly seemed miserable. My auntie just constantly seemed miserable. And there was my dad, skint as fuck, lived in a little council flat. He liked his drink, he liked his fags. That's it. Poor as fuck, but happy. He was fucking happy. And he had a smile on his face most of the time. So, there we go. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm poor as fuck. Yeah, man. I have to sort out some merch one day, eh? I fucked about with it once, but I can't be asked for that shit. It takes effort and imagination and talent, and I'm lacking. I'm missing anybody. Skits Crasher, how you doing, love?
There's a high standard, a high cost of living down there, and it's reflected in attorney fees. So enjoy that. You fucking douche. Anyway, so that's DeCastro versus Piratini. DeCastro versus LVMPD. I believe. Well, so if the reply brief by there's a pending motion to dismiss for failure, 12B6 motion / summary judgment motion. It could be either one. It's probably going to be, the court is probably going to adjudicate it as a summary judgment motion. So if the defense representation, the body cam videos, which I have not seen, show no unreasonable force being applied to DeCastro, and if they are complete enough that there's no break where you can't see what's going on, where someone could be punching DeCastro in the nuts, I suspect there is a better than 50-50 chance that the court is going to dismiss the case on summary judgment. Grant judgment in favor of defendants, I should say. But that's a factual and evidentiary issue that I can't really judge. I mean, I can't see the quality of these body cam videos, so it's difficult. The arguments that Chili's new attorney made, they're not very convincing. And here's a fun fact for you folks: if you have a civil lawsuit going on where the issues turn on whether or not there was probable cause for an arrest, and you also have a criminal action on the same facts where also the issue would be probable cause, one would assume that where you're facing actual jail time, that your lawyer, who represents you in both, if there was no probable cause, would bring a motion in the criminal action to have it dismissed based on lack of probable cause. What don't we see in the criminal action? That is highly indicative that there was, in fact, probable cause. Chili's own attorney tacitly admits that there's probable cause because he's not bringing a motion in the civil action challenging probable cause for the arrest. It's academic.
I'm still kind of muddled that the Chili DeCastro, the constitutional law scholar, the smartest person any of us know, yeah, especially when it comes to American law, all right, that he's hired a lawyer. That's kind of shocking to me.
DeCastro versus Wagner, I strongly suspect that Chili's going to lose the appeal.
I can't believe that's even still a thing. I thought that was well and truly over. Is that all there is now, just this appeal?
Since defense requested oral arguments, the opposite, well, I guess technically it'd be the respondent in the appeal, defense in the underlying lawsuit. Since they request oral arguments, I suspect there will be oral arguments. I think they will be hilarious, and I can't wait to see them if they in fact happen. If I can actually find them anywhere on the YouTubes, because they'll be amazing and hilarious and awesome. So then finally, is it finally? Yes, finally is Springer versus the 7th Judicial District. Oh, no. Before we move off to Castro, yeah. I saw in my Discord today that he has been arrested over Valentine's Day. Obstructing and giving false identification to the police, false information to police. I remember in his 5A cop cards, his 5A cards, that he has he explained one of them, like, you could identify as whatever you want. So if they ask ask for your identification, you could say you identify as, Bob today.
Whether you agree with pronouns or not, yeah, note to do with me. I'm happy for people to just be happy. You do you. But that's, again, the cleverest person any of us know, especially when it comes to American law, doesn't know the difference between your name and your pronoun. Wow. I'd say I'm surprised, but there we go. Oh, yeah, Bobby, same. Do a catch up now and then, but I don't, we don't usually watch his, on my channel, we don't usually watch his stuff properly or anything. Just, I had a plan. I'm delaying the plan. And so, and then I heard about this, and then it reminded me that I'd been on that website yesterday, and yeah, man. So it's not gonna all be about Chiller. I am still doing part of my original plan. I need to keep an eye on the time, 7:20, right? Oh shit! Somebody let me know when it's 8 o'clock, please. I'd appreciate it.
But that's not what they're asking. What they're asking for is actually your.
Yeah, that's 40 minutes, by the way. People that live in America and silly places like that.
Identification for, in Nevada at least, as we know from Hibble versus the 6th Judicial District Court.
No, absolutely, Guadalupe. That is. I'm no good with words sometimes. I'm no good at talking at all. Yeah, what you just said has just nailed it. That's exactly my way of thinking.
I think that's the name of it's Hibble versus the 6th something of Nevada. The Supreme Court looked at, after it went all the way through the state courts, they looked at Nevada's stop and ID law, where if the cops have a reasonable suspicion, then they can demand your identification. That doesn't mean your physical identification, but you have to give them your name. You have to give them your name. You have to give them your name. Not what you identify as today, but your name, your legal name, so they can look you up. You have to do that. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Chili tried out his own advice and gave them a false name, because that's what he identified right then. I identify as Bob Smith right now. So I can't wait to see that. If you do the same thing over and over again and you keep getting the same result, but you think you should be getting a different result, maybe the problem is you. Maybe the problem is your understanding. Chili keeps trying this obstruction thing. He never gets the police to stop doing what they're doing. He never gets them to change their tactics. But he seems to have a fairly good track record of getting detained, arrested, ticketed, whatever. I've seen multiple of these now. So it's a pattern. If it's not working for you, Chili, and you keep doing it, probably should stop. It reminds me of a attorney I work for. He liked to do depositions. He loves depositions. Depositions are great because you put on a show for your client. The other side basically has to answer your question. Opposing counsel can make objections, but they can't really do anything to stop you from asking the questions and getting the answers, unless they assert a privilege, in which case, yeah. But it makes you look like a tough guy and you're in control. It's great client theater. Great client theater. Not always useful. In some situations they are. Not always useful. But great client theater. Clients love it. They eat it up. They're like, oh my gosh, you just wrecked that other attorney in there. Oh, you just started. Oh. Anyway, so he loves depositions. And twice we had cases that were DVs come in. And twice he wanted to depose the protected party, i.e. the person who had a temporary restraining order against him. Now, in a DV action, generally speaking, there is no right to discovery. That's my understanding. And not only did he want to have the DV, and in both cases, opposing counsel was like, I'll allow the DV, or I'll allow the deposition, but your client can't be present. But my boss at the time wanted the client to be present because it's client theater. He wants the client there to see what he's doing because it's not really trying to get information. That's not really the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to generate billing and to give the client the feel-good feeling that you're fighting for the client and that you're the tough guy and that you're in control, blah, 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 right? Keep the client paying. Twice we went to court on it. Twice we lost. Twice we petitioned for a writ of mandate or writ of prohibition, whichever one. We asked for both in our petitions for writ. We're relying on the same case. It's Willoughby something. I forget the name of it, where the Court of Appeal in that case said that parties have an absolute right to be present at a deposition. They can't be excluded. Absolute right. Now, it wasn't dealing with a DV case where there was a restraining order in place, but it says absolute right, and one would interpret absolute to be absolute, but